Hey friends, welcome. Today we have a pretty cool show or a pretty cool interview. We have with us today Ashley Ray Spillers and Tommy Dewey, the voices of Didi and Stu Pickles from the new iteration of Rugrats. So thank you very much for spending some time with us today.
Thanks for
Um,
having us.
Thank you.
Really quick, for me, the Rugrats came out in '91, and I think I was a sophomore in high school. So I
Wow.
never really watched the original series. So now the new one, I'm kind of watching it with my kids and we're enjoying it. And I'm like, all right, I want to go back and watch the old ones. But for both of you, like, how familiar were you with the series when you got these roles as the voices of the parents?
You and I fall kind of into the same gap. I think I was 13 when the original series came around, so I kind of missed the sweet spot a little bit. But it was such an iconic show that I was aware of it. I did watch some of it. I think something I've said before is that once you get the job, you kind of got to stay away from the original because you don't want to start doing some garbage imitation. And you got to make the role your own. But I mean, it's up on the Mount Rushmore of animated shows, so you can't help but be aware of it and be a little bit nervous about jumping into it. But so far so good, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. I was very aware of it, and I probably started watching it when I was around 10 or so, was when s- you know, and I thought it was so funny and great. And so, and definitely aware of how loved this show is. And like, it's truly an iconic show. So getting to be a part of it and get to voice these characters who are also so well loved. I mean, Dee Dee and Stu, they're just they're stars,
Yeah,
and
yeah, exactly.
to get to voice them, it was certainly daunting, and because they did such an incredible job and were so unique and special in the ways that they did it. So yeah, it's yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those things when you're taking over the role that somebody else grew up with, and you don't want to hear that you ruined my childhood by the voice you make, but when they tell you how much they love it and how much it just makes them feel like the old show, I mean that's got to be like the best thing ever, right?
It's so
Oh
cool.
yeah.
I think they get really the writing team, producing team gave us a real gift in updating the roles for millennial parents. Right? They're
Yeah,
not it's not the same Stu and Dee Dee. There's enough of a wink and a reference to the original that you appreciate that, but it's also dealing with the modern problems of technology and how families are kind of organized differently now, and so um, uh, we're kind of able to bring our modern experience to the roles, which allows you to locate it somewhere and to
mhm,
and to play the real of it. It's animation, so it should be fun and big and all that stuff. But at least you can kind of find where it comes from in your own life.
yeah, yes, definitely, definitely. With the new shows that are out, I know you're probably going to ask this a lot. Like, was there like a favorite episode or like a favorite line that you're always going back to? I mean, for me, traditions is like one of like I think that's like a beautiful episode. I mean, I didn't expect to tear up as much as I did at the end when the grandfather's saying his little speech about what the world needs right now, and then especially with what the world's going through right now, I thought that was just like a great episode.
It's
But
my favorite.
I couldn't tell by your reaction.
Yes, I completely agree with you. It's so true. Anyway, please keep going. I'm so happy you said that.
Oh no, no, but so that was your favorite episode. But what
Hmm.
about for you, Tommy? Is there one that sticks out a lot to
I'm going to
you?
keep this really sweet. I mean, it's really sweet, really short and sweet because Ashley's heard it. The last episode of the first season, it features a horse named Clompers, who helps them organize the kitchen, and then he sings at the end, and it makes me laugh so hard, and it's such to me shows you what this show can do. It's so wildly creative that this miniature horse comes in, helps them organize the house, and then has the big finale song to cap off the season is so wonderful to me. And then quickly looking ahead to the next season, um, we have a new baby. Stu and Didi have Dill joining the family, and there is, in the same way that it sounds like tradition kind of hit you, that episode really hit me because I've got a baby, and was recording it around the same time she came into the world. So that one lands heavy with me, and hopefully people will feel the same.
Awesome. So you're gonna become part of the Fandads now, because you'll be a fan.
Oh yeah.
Actually a Fandad now. Yeah.
Awesome. I guess also too, like, given these roles, like if before well, actually we're running out of time, so I want to ask you a question, and if you could do me this favor too. So with, like I said, with Fandads, what we do is we talk about sharing our love for everything geeky with our children. So
Yeah.
would you be able to, in the voice of Didi and Stu, how would you impart, I guess, your knowledge or your love of something geeky to your kids, to the kids in the show, and to maybe the parents watching?
You got a good answer.
I'm waiting for you.
Stu is just an amped up version of me. Actually, such a virtuoso. She's actually doing a totally different Didi voice, but Stu is actually how I talk to my kids about, like, what do you mean you don't like to eat these things? This is sour candy is incredible.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, so to get to Didi, I always say, I go, Stu, what about the kids? So I get there like this. And so then I guess I would just say that it's really, you're never too cool to love something. Like when you love something that, because sometimes when something, it's like we want to be cool, and it's like you hide certain things that you love because it feels geeky, but it's not. It's cool. It's cool to show that you love something so much. I'm stopping now. I can't believe I did that.
That's the answer you wanted.
Yeah,
right?
that's awesome. I mean, that's what I think every kid should hear. Everybody, even no matter
Right?
what.
Like even adults.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Don't
Embrace
try
the
to be cool. Don't try to be cool, like to be really cool is to be not cool, and just I don't know.
Yeah, not cool is the new cool.
There
Yeah.
you go. I think that should be the tagline, or I'll put on a shirt somewhere for everybody to wear. But again, thank you very much for your time today. Again, friends, season 1, volume 2 of Rugrats is now available on DVD. If you have kids, if you don't have kids, watch it, because it's a great show. And like Didi said, it's cool to love whatever you want, and don't care what everybody says.
Yeah.
All right, thank you very much, you too, and have a great day.
Thank you. Yeah,
Bye.
you too. Nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Hi, Victor in Chicago.
Hi. Yeah, it's funny. I didn't go at our office today. They're having tacos, so I see everyone like posting pictures about it. I'm like, oh, I should have gone in. But really quick, Fandads, what we are is, you've heard the term fanboys before.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
So now we have kids. So now we're Fandads.
I love it.
I love that.
And what we do is we just write about, sharing our love with everything geeky with our kids. And that's what we'll talk about today.
From the cases behind you there, I would have no clue you were a fanboy turned fandad.
No, these are all my wives. Those aren't mine.
Ah!
All right. So let's begin.